We have Snow, but will we have any Starks? Let's do it. Let's look at 10 characters who could appear in the Jon Snow sequel series. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. And today we're going to look at an article by Screen Rant because they've gave 10 characters that could appear in the upcoming Jon Snow sequel series. So we're going to look at who they're recommending and we're going to see whether or not we want them to appear in the sequel. Now, I did say there is no Starks so far, but technically, I guess Jon Snow is half a Stark. I mean, he's got Stark blood in him. Ned is still his uncle. So, I guess we've got a little bit of Stark, but I think when you've got characters that are still living in the series and that are so close and that are, related to Jon Snow and playing big parts in the world of Westeros, it would make no sense, in my opinion, to have a Jon Snow sequel without the likes of Sansa and Arya. But we'll look at the list and we will see what the 10 characters could be. So, up first we have Tormund Giantbane. I didn't know this guy by name. I know he is in the later seasons and I know he befriends Jon Snow. Now, I haven't really watched the later seasons. I've seen clips and stuff like that, but I haven't really watched it fully. Now, we are doing reviews of Game of Thrones on the channel, so we will obviously catch up on all 8 seasons, but right now, this character is kind of new to me. However, I think it would make sense if he did appear, so yeah, no, that seems fair enough. We have Ghost. Didn't know Ghost was still alive, but apparently Ghost survives. Jon was fortunate enough to reunite with his direwolf Ghost in the series finale. Again, haven't watched the series finale, haven't watched much of Game of Thrones past season 2, but interested to know that his direwolf is still alive, and I guess it would make perfect sense to have Ghost in the upcoming sequel. So, again, I think that's 2 for 2 that I agree with so far. Up next, we have Sansa Stark. Again, I think she has to be in it. It wouldn't make, I believe what she is, the leader now of Winterfell, so the Queen of the North. It wouldn't make any sense if she wasn't in it. I'm not a big Sansa fan, but I accept that she has to be in the series. If she's not in it, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, how can they have her disappear? How can they ever not be a part of it? I mean, I guess they could mention her by name, but at least if she's not going to be a regular, I think we need to see, a one-off appearance, like a cameo appearance. So I think Sansa will definitely be in this show. Drogon, I guess this is the last dragon. I know 2 of the dragons die, so I think there might be one left. Now, I don't know if Jon Snow can command the dragon. I'm not too sure of that. I don't think we really need this big dragon in there. Personally, it's not for me. I think this is the Targaryen sort of gimmick, and I get it. I mean, technically, Jon Snow is a half Targaryen and whatnot, but the dragons, I just don't really need to see it. I think the dragons was Daenerys' thing, and I don't think Jon Snow needs dragons. I would prefer not to see this personally, so I don't want to see Drogon or any dragon in Game of Thrones, the Jon Snow sequel. And if they are going to do dragons, I would just rather it wasn't Jon Snow that was controlling them. I just don't think he needs dragons. Bran Stark, obviously, wasn't he? I believe he is made the king. I think he is now the king of the 7 kingdoms. I think he was made king. I know Winterfell became like a separate kingdom, but I think Bran Stark is the king of the other 6 kingdoms. And if that is the case, then he has to be in it. He is a Stark. Again, he is technically the half-brother or whatnot of Jon Snow. I think he has to be in it. I don't see how you can have a Jon Snow sequel without Bran Stark being in it, or at least without Bran Stark being mentioned in it. So that makes sense. Samwell Tarly, I think he has to be in it, just basically due to their friendship and the fact that they were together throughout the entire series. Bit of a bromance there. I think Samwell Tarly, if he's alive now, I don't know. I'm assuming he is, or else he wouldn't be on this list. But I think that's a fair character to be in the upcoming sequel. I think he should probably be in it. Tyrion Lannister. I mean, we need Tyrion Lannister. He's not I don't think he's the lead character. I don't think you could have a sequel based on Tyrion Lannister. For me, he's not the main character. He's a main character, but he's not the main character. I think we need him in the show. That it would be doing a massive disservice. It would be leaving so many comedy moments on the table. And I think we need a Lannister in there. There's not many of them left. And he is the most likeable Lannister, so I think we definitely need Tyrion in there. So for me, big yes for Tyrion Lannister. Davos Seaworth. I didn't know this guy was still alive. Apparently he is. I guess he's fought alongside Jon Snow. I see no reason why he wouldn't be in the sequel. Just depends on if they can get a lot of these characters back. Although I do believe Game of Thrones has recast certain characters in the past, so it's maybe not a big deal if the actors or actresses can't play their characters. I mean, they might just swap them out for other people, because I think they've done that in the past. Brienne of Tarth. Never liked Brienne of Tarth, honestly. I hope she's not in it. I just never enjoyed this character. It always felt forced to me early on in the show when she's like more dominant than Jaime Lannister. I get it, the guy was tired, then he loses his hand, but I just didn't really like. And then like she I think she holds her own against the Hound as well, and it was just too unrealistic for me. Not a fan of Brienne of Tarth, and I would rather not see her in the sequel. Arya Stark, I think, definitely has to be in it. A lot more likeable than Sansa, in my opinion. I like Arya Stark, and I hope that she is in the series. And I think if she is, she should probably be like the second main character next to Jon Snow. Obviously, we don't know who's going to be in it, and we don't know how many Starks are going to be in it. But I think if she is in it, she should probably be next to Jon as like the main lead. And that's it, guys. There you go. Arya Stark is the last person on this list. I agree with most. I just don't really want to see dragons in it. And I don't really like Brienne of Tarth. So if she wasn't in the show, that would be better for me. I'd give it a thumbs up. Don't get me wrong, if she's in it, it's not like I can't watch it. It's not like it's a deal breaker. I just never really liked that character. Anyway, most of these 10, I'd be happy. I don't think there's any deal breakers. So, no matter who's in it, I don't think there's a certain character that could ruin the show. But for me personally, I would just prefer not to see a dragon, and I would prefer not to see Brienne of Tarth. But look, it's going to be a long way away. I mean, we're probably looking at least 2027, 2028 before this show even, comes to HBO. So, yeah, we're a long way away for Jon Snow. I don't think we need to worry about who's going to be in it just yet. But these are 10 characters that could possibly be in it, and I agree with most of them. So, guys, let me know, do you agree with most of them? Out of these 10, who would you prefer to see the most in the upcoming Snow sequel? For me, I think in terms of who makes sense, Arya Stark definitely should be in it, but Tyrion Lannister is a must. I need to see Tyrion Lannister in it. I think Tyrion Lannister, then Arya, that would be the two that I want to see in it the most. So yeah, and then Samwell, I guess, Samwell Tarly, it makes sense because him and Jon Snow have got, I think it'd be good to have Samwell Tarly in it, even if it's just to kill him off. To get a reaction out of Jon Snow. I think that death would be really important to Jon. So, yeah, no, I think they could definitely put Samwell Tarly in there too. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, though, been Fog Entertainment. Thanks for watching, and peace.